Добар ден, почитувани гледачи. Ова е емисијата Македонско издание, која што секогаш ја емитуваме на Роджерс телевизија на каналите 10, 63, 84 и во High Definition 540. Јас сум Победа Пискачева, уредникот и продуцентот на ова програма, која што ве информира и ве забавува. Ова е 339-та емисија на Македонско издание, а денеска е 23 август 2014 година. И во денешнава емисија ќе емитуваме прилози и музика кои се надеваме ќе го задржат вашето внимание покрај телевизорите или пред компјутерот за оние кои што ја следат емисијава на интернет. Сега на самиот почеток следува порака од нашиот спонзор. За да набавите возило со врвен квалитет по поволни финансиски услови, јавете се кај Дени Nissan Wildel на телефон 905-881-3900. Доколку купите возило во месец август, значи уште неколку денови, Nissan ви нуди програм наречен Мој избор, каде можете да добиете $750 попуст или покриени првите 4 полумесечни рати или гаранција до 5 години или до 10.000 километри со лизинг без грижа и одржување на колите во првите 3 години. Освен Денис Пасовиќ, кој е генерален менеджер, можете да ги побарате Бане Јокиќ, финансиски менеджер, и Рада Вазиќ, представник за продажба. Нова локација каде можете да ги добиете сите овие поволности е и Hyper Nissan на адресата 3275 Dundas Street, West Торонто, со телефонот 416-762-7537. Инаку, како што веќе знаете, минатата година беше одбележена 100-та годишнина од трагичната поделба на нашата земја. По тој повод многу македонски организации во целиот свет одржа пригодни манифестации кои го одбележа овој навистина неправеден чин на големите сили. Обединетата македонска дијаспора од Вашингтон на својата 4-та глобална конференција, која што се одржа во Скопје од 24 јули до 2 август минатата година, ја презентираше темата Македонија 2013, 100 години после Букурешкиот договор. Голем број на академици и политичари иде да учества на овој значаен настан, од кој во ова и во наредните емисии ќе ви прикажаме делови. Секако започнуваме со приемот во резиденцијата на американскиот амбасадор во Македонија, Пол Уолхерс.
Welcome everybody to the residence. We're very glad to have all of you here today on this a little bit warm evening. For those of you who are American citizens, we're particularly happy to have you here because you're paying for this house. So we're glad to share it with you, and very glad to have you here. For all of you, though, I know that you're returning to the land of your roots, and it's really exciting to have you all here. It's always wonderful for me to have the opportunity to welcome people to Macedonia, people usually who haven't been here before. I know practically all of you probably have been here many times, but it's wonderful because this is such a warm and generous people, a beautiful country, lots of wonderful scenery. I'm sure that those of you who've been here just a little while, if you're coming from outside, whether it's Australia or New Zealand or Paris or Canada or US, wherever it is, you probably already feel energized and excited by the welcome of the people here in Skopje. This is obviously a great opportunity for us to have all of you here. We're really excited about the conference coming up. I want to congratulate Metro and his staff for this 4th annual UMD Global Conference. And I think this will be a great opportunity for everybody here to share their ideas and their thoughts on what I think is really our shared goal, which is of how to move Macedonia forward to greater progress, greater prosperity, greater security. There's lots of ways to do that. There's lots of ideas, and hopefully this conference will give you an opportunity to share some of those. I know the theme of the conference is the 100 years after the Treaty of Bucharest, and I hope that we can use that also to look at some of the lessons of the past.
Ambassador, thank you very much. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for all of us and many of the Americans and non-Americans to meet you and to come to the embassy. It's a the residence. It's a lovely residence. I've never been. I don't think many of the people here have been. So we're very pleased with your hospitality, very grateful, and to your entire staff and embassy that we've been working with. I think everybody has been very supportive of our efforts and then the building U.S.-Macedonian bilateral relations. And I think it's been great to work with you and the ambassador. When we asked him to host some kind of reception, he said the embassy or the residence. And I'm like, the residence might be more interesting because I think a lot of people go to the embassy for visa or other
Just a workplace.
matters.
It's a nice workplace.
It is. It's a beautiful workplace. So really, thank you very much, and we're looking forward to more detailed remarks tomorrow on the relationship between the U.S. and Macedonia, and we really appreciate your support for the conference.
Well, I think this is a great idea that the Meto Kolosky and the staff have come up with this 4th annual UMD Global Conference. It's a great opportunity to bring diaspora, Macedonian diaspora from all over the world, not just from Macedonia, but from the U.S., from people here from France, from New Zealand, from, of course, Canada and the U.S., Australia, all over the place. Turkey, I think, there's somebody in Romania. So it's wonderful to get everybody together in one place so that they can share their experiences and their love of their country. And we're very glad to have them here at the residence tonight.
Well, this organization, as you know, is located at Washington, right, U.S., and we're very proud of Meto, so because he was raised, right, in USA. Right. How do you produce this kind of caliber of people, leaders?
Well, I think that, the United States, they always say, is the melting pot. That's the cliche or the expression. We've all come from somewhere. I'm a good example. My grandfather came from Germany. My grandmother came from Denmark. They were both teenagers, and they came by themselves across the ocean, and they met in the U.S. and got married and raised a family, and so now 3 generations I'm a U.S. ambassador. So that's what our country has been built on bringing new people, immigrants from all over the world, and it's still continuing today. And so I think it's a wonderful example. The Macedonian diaspora is doing the same thing.
Thank you for hosting this beautiful reception for this very special event for United Macedonian Diaspora.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and I look forward to seeing everybody tonight and tomorrow at the conference, and hopefully to maybe doing it again in the future. Thank you.
А сега повторно следува порака од нашиот спонзор. За да набавите возило со врвен квалитет по поволни финансиски услови, јавите се кај Дени од Nissan Weldol на телефон 905-881-3900. Доколку купите возило во месец август, ова компанија ги покрива првите 4 полумесечни рати или ви нуди попуст од $750 или продолжена гаранција и лизинг без грижа. Зависи од вас што ќе одберете. Истите поволности ќе ги најдете и во Hyper Nissan на телефон 416-762-7537. Продолжуваме со една музичка номера.
Jedva, 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 jedva,
Следува повторно порака од нашиот спонзор за да набавите возило со врвен квалитет по поволни финансиски услови. Јавете се кај Дени од Nissan Wildel на телефон 905-881-3900. Доколку купите возило во месец август, оваа компанија ги покрива првите 4 полумесечни рати или ви нуди попуст од $750 или продолжена гаранција и лизинг без грижа. Зависи од вас што ќе одберете. Истите поволности ќе ги најдете и во Hyper Nissan на телефон 416-762-7537. Инаку, во денешнава емисија имаме неколку информации. Пензионерскиот клуб Гоце Делчев при Македонската православна катедрална црква Свети Климент Охридски од Торонто во соработка со управата на оваа црква, а по повод 8 септември, денот на самостојноста на Република Македонија, на 6 септември, сабота, организира свечен банкет во големата сала на црквата Свети Климент Охридски. Влезниците за овој банкет се само $40, а музиката ќе ја обезбеди групата Децата од Буф, а вратите се отвараат во 7 часот на вечер. За повеќе информации во врска со овој банкет јавете се кај Перо Гулевски на телефон 905-503-2125. The United Macedonian Diaspora and Canadian Macedonian Place Foundation, a special collaboration, organized the Macedonian Heritage Ball to honor two distinguished Canadians of Macedonian origin, Chris Pellier and Vona Bitov. The Macedonian Heritage Ball will be held at the prestigious Hilton Toronto on Saturday, September 20th, 2014. Pellier will receive the Global UMD Lifetime Achievement Award and Bitov the Global UMD Macedonian Heritage Public Service Award. For tickets, call Zlatka at 416-755-9231. За сите патувања, посебно за Македонија, побарете ја Драгица Белческа на 416-691-7184 или за побрзо да ја добиете на нејзиниот целуларен 647-880-6549. За грижлива нега на вашата коса и нејзино професионално стилирање, побарете ја Елизабета на 647-281-5501. Инаку, на 8 јули годинава во Торонто се одржа коктел средба на членовите на управата на организацијата Македонија 2025, на која беа поканети деловни партнери. Македонско издание беше покането исто така и во проложени проследете дел од снимениот материјал.
We want to thank you all for coming. It's obviously a big week in the community with the golf tournament tomorrow, and we had our Macedonian 2025 board meeting today. We don't often get a chance to get together, so it's nice to be able to combine one or two things at the same time. And so we thought it would be appropriate to get everyone together tonight for a few quick updates on behalf of the organization, announcements on a few events. So we're going to take about 20 minutes to do that. I do have a presentation, so we'll go through it just with some slides on the screen. But I guess what I'd like to say is, first and foremost, it's interesting time for us in terms of where the organization is at. We've got doing a lot of work over the last year to develop some new programs and initiatives, both here in Toronto and North America and over in Macedonia as well. And so we thought it would be a good idea to let you know about that tonight. I am going to do a quick backgrounder on the organization because we do have some new people called new friends of the organization here tonight who may not have been to one of these before, so I'm going to do that, and I would like to recognize a few guests are here as well. Just a quick overview in terms of Macedonia 2025's role in the community and with the global diaspora. As an NGO, our mandate is primarily promoting economic development and leadership and education on a global basis. Obviously, we work very closely with the diaspora, but we're working on a much broader basis now with the business community and partners around the world. So we are in the process of renewing some important programs, but launching some new ones as well. I would like to recognize a few of our guests who are here tonight, and I'll just point them out. I won't ask them to say anything, but we do have some friends representing the diplomatic community. We've got Jovica Palashevsky, who's our acting ambassador in Ottawa at the back. Jovica, thank you for coming. Anna from Invest Macedonia. And our vice consul from the Toronto office is here as well. There we go. And also I want to just recognize Meto Palashevsky from UMB, who's here in Washington as well. Meto at the back, thank you for coming. You want to just go to the next one, Andrea? Next slide. Just a quick overview on the mandate, because I know that everybody knows we're out in the marketplace trying to do good things on behalf of the country through the diaspora, but we sort of synthesized our message down to 4 key initiatives. The first is promoting economic development. There are 3 key areas there. One is obviously promoting foreign investment in whatever way we can. But more importantly, I think we're realizing that there's an opportunity to work with local companies in Macedonia to help them with export development, bilateral trade, and we're also going to be starting to work on an initiative to help get them doing more work locally in the supply chain with the foreign investment companies who have come into the market in the last few years. The second area, export development, is obviously an important thing, and we have a number of board members working on that. The third area, because we like to touch all levels of the market, is supporting entrepreneurs and startup businesses. And so we'll talk a little bit about that tonight as well.
Why are you involved with this organization?
I'm involved because the passionate group of board members who came to me a year ago and said they were looking to grow the organization in terms of helping to promote economic development in the country and build education programs for business leaders, which I'm very passionate about. I asked one of the board members, because I am not Macedonian, but I have been in the charity and the fundraising NGO world for many years, what are the Macedonian, what's the culture like? And they said, we're a lot like the Italians. I said, we're very emotional, we're hard on our sleeve, but we're very passionate. I said, well, I'm married to an Italian, so I was very impressed with their focus on building a strong economic development program for the country. A small country with lots of very interesting assets to promote. Biggest challenge here in Canada is that people just don't know where Macedonia is. Obviously, we have a large diaspora, but outside of the diaspora, the business community doesn't know enough about Macedonia. So that's my job, is to promote it.
So you have been to Macedonia last year, my understanding.
Yes,
your opinion about Ohrid?
I love Ohrid. Ohrid is beautiful. I said to a friend who was there, I said, it's like Monte Carlo. Beautiful. We had our Global Investment Summit conference there in October. Very big conference. 300 business people from 20 countries around Europe. We had 40 international speakers, and every member of the government was there, all the major ministers. So a very important conference. So that's our mandate, is promoting economic development and also assisting in promoting executive training business leaders, from entrepreneurs right up to senior executives.
And would you like to tell us about the upcoming event that will be held here in Toronto in October?
Yes, we're going to be launching a new business-to-business conference in Toronto on October the 24th in downtown Toronto. The theme is a crossroads of commerce in Southeastern Europe, obviously promoting Macedonia as a hub for business within Southeastern and Central Europe. Our mandate will be to bring Macedonian businesses over to promote export sales to Canada and the U.S., and do bilateral trade investment. We're also looking for any Canadian companies who might be interested in investing in Macedonia as a hub for business in Southeastern Europe.
And when is the next time that you travel to Macedonia again?
In 3 days. I'm going this weekend. We're going to Skopje, myself and Mike Zefirovsky, our chairman. We're going to Skopje for some meetings with the business community, the government, and obviously to promote the Toronto Business Conference and our new conference, which is going to take place in Skopje October 30th and 31st of 2014, called Balkan Tech, which is an IT technology conference. Very excited about that. We're going to be bringing over some of the top IT executives from North America as guest speakers. And we're going to be promoting it as a regional conference, promoting Macedonia as a hub for technology.
And you probably will need somebody to cover it, right? Television coverage.
I think we will. Do you know anyone that could help us with that?
I will think about somebody.
I'm sure you'll have a very quick answer on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your short interview.
Thank you very much.
So we are talking to
Tom Vasos,
university professor.
Yes.
The reason why you're here?
I'm here to support the Macedonian community because I think it represents an area of Europe that has huge business potential. And I think anything that we can do to support that community, I think is very positive.
Now you're supporting because you're Macedonian.
That's correct. I'm Macedonian for all 56 years of my life.
From which part of Macedonia?
Banica.
Have you been to Banica?
Never.
See?
But it's on my to-do list to visit Macedonia because everyone I talk to, I heard Macedonia is one of the most beautiful countries in the world.
So you have to go and visit Macedonia as soon as possible, especially Banica, because it's a beautiful village, as you heard probably.
I agree, but have you ever been to Banica?
Yes, I'm there almost every second year.
Did you go to some relative's wedding or something?
Well, I'm from Cetina, which is very close in that area, Laren area, so...
My parents talked a lot about Macedonia, the country, the people, the life. I think we can learn a lot from what's going on in Macedonia.
So, as we agreed, the first thing in your bucket list that you will do...
I agree. Macedonia and Italy is at the top of my list.
Okay, thank you very much for this short interview. And about your profession and your career, we're going to talk in other interview.
Thank you.
I na samiот крај повторно порака од нашиот спонзор. За да набавите возило со врвен квалитет по поволни финансиски услови, јавите се кај Дениот Nissan, Уилдол на телефон 905-881-3900. Доколку купите возило во месец август, оваа компанија ги покрива првите 4 полумесечни рати или ви нуди попус од $750 или продолжена гаранција и лизинг без грижа и одржување на вашето возило во првите 3 години. Истото ви го нуди и Highpark Nissan со телефон 416-762-7537. Побрзајте, искористите ги овие погодности и уживајте во вашето ново возило. Ете, почитувани гледачи, тоа е се што подготвивме за оваа 339-та емисија на Македонско издание. До следната наша нова емисија, кога повторно ќе се видиме, ви благодарам за вашето ценето внимание, пријатно и довидување.